Hi, today is March 1st, 2023, and here are my poems for the day. The first one is poem number 355 for the year, March Again. It's March again, the year marches on. March, march, march. Onward, upward, downward facing dog. Backward, forward, past the hollow log. Eastward, westward, northward, southward, leftward, rightward, left, right, left. March is right here. February left, but don't be bereft. February was light, but March has heft. It's March again, my friend. It's March again. Poem number 356, Years. Tomorrow will be my half birthday. I will be 62 and a half, going on 63. Whereas the year is only 2 months old. Of course, if you take as a given an average human life expectancy of 76, that is the number as of 2021, down from a previous high of 79, and divide that by the 12 months that a year has to live, you get 6 1/3. So a 2-month-old year is actually more than 12 and a half years old in years. So I'm still 62 and a half, but now I can think of the year as nearly adolescent. The year has much more of its life left than I do, unless something horrible happens and everything, including the year, suddenly ceases to be at exactly the same time. I'm not rooting for that, of course. The Tom Lehrer song, "We Will All Go Together When We Go," comes to mind. I guess I'm in a bit of a mood. I'm glad I've lived longer than this or any other year, almost 62 and a half times as long. But I am a little jealous that the year has so much of its life left. The year has 64 years left in years, whereas I'll be 64 in a year and a half and a day. Poem number 357, Yesterday's Snow. As I walked in yesterday's snow, I passed a lovely combination of slush and snow on the sidewalk. Slush like an infinite sky, filled with snowflake stars, with a wormhole in the middle sucking everything into it. I stood over it like a god, observing rather than directing, because if I ever were a god, I wouldn't want to direct. If I were a god, I wouldn't want to play God, although being able to perform the occasional magic trick, like letting yesterday's snow last a little longer, wouldn't be bad. Poem number 358, More Than a Quarter of the Way. Although I began the number series in October of 2020, I marked January 1st of last year as the beginning of the 10,000 Poems in 5 Years project. As of yesterday, I reached 2,500 poems. So I'm already more than a quarter of the way. If I had a quarter for every poem I've written since the 1st of last year, I'd have $627. But if I had a quarter for every poem since October 8th, 2020, I'd have $1,003, having passed 4,000 poems 12 poems ago. I seem to be having a lot of fun with numbers today, perhaps because it's fun to be a quarter of the way. And the last poem of the day, poem number 359, The Dark Tower. Oh, Stan Brakhage, what have you done now? There's a dark mark of varying size that ominously bisects the frame, sometimes dominating it. A dark tower, duh. Then there are these splashes of color, chaotic thunderstorms, eyes, slices of faces, and I don't know what all else. Bleak, ominous, Brakhage. Thank you for inviting me into your dark tower. Forgive me if I won't be staying long. Okay, that's it. Short little set today. Tomorrow is another day. It's my half birthday tomorrow. Woohoo! I'm doing nothing to celebrate. I only noticed just now that it was like this morning. Anyway, thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you.